got money, closest thing to me now, honey, life, it's still good. Oh, and friends may come and friends may go, and family sometime, that's the biggest no-no, but life, it's still good. Come on, y'all, count them all, your blessings every day, gratitude for whatever comes what may. Oh, nothing can touch the joy that's deep inside. Don't you know you're a universal child? When sickness came, I fed it hope. Every morning, every night, you know, life, it's still good. And the man that lay there next to me, his last words before dying was life, still good. Can't afford any this or that, it has no bearing on life, you know, 'cause life, it's still good. And every heartache and every pain, it's a chance for learning that life, you know, life, it's so good. So come on and live your life in fullness every day, y'all. Really live like it will run away. Oh, express it now, all the joy that's deep inside. Yeah, discover you, and don't be afraid to cry. I failed at most things that I try. It cut my bruise and bruised my pride in life. It's still good. All the years are getting nowhere, and I'm still standing in the stratosphere in life. You know, it's so good, yeah. So every time that you want to complain, use your breath and use your brain. You know what, life is always good. Oh, and when you feel weak and when you feel strong, remember these words and sing this song. Life, it's still good, yeah, 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 life. Oh, life is so good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Serving somebody, so good, yeah. You gotta serve somebody, it's so good, yeah. No, life, 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 life. It's so good, yeah, yeah. Amen to that, because it is good. Today I went out and I did some leafleting, dropping off lots of flyers for Wendy Davis here in Texas. And it was cold. I didn't want to go, but I did it. And I kept singing that song over and over in my head because, you know, I just want to stay and drink coffee and whatever. And of course, the Supreme Court nomination, oh my goodness. But you know what? Life is still good. We shall overcome, right? Yes, we shall. Oh, it's already time. It's 7. Let me do another song. Oh, we're getting some people in. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, y'all. Put a little love in your heart. You know you'll see it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, y'all. And the world will see you. Will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you, for me, and me. You just wait and see. Come on, y'all. Another day goes by, still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart, y'all. And if you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you, yeah, and me. You just wait, come on, wait and see, yeah, yeah. Take a good look around, and if you're feeling down, put a little love in your heart. know Sierra, she puts a lot of
They
love.
said it's going to say in a minute how many postcards were written.
Oh, oh, and all you postcard writers in your heart, write your words right from your heart. The world gonna be a better place. World gonna be a better place. Yeah. Amen. I'll give an amen, y'all. Keep your spirits up no matter what. We cannot let them get us down.
Yes. Definitely. That was amazing.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So many weeks that we've been together now, Leeann, and you just have a way about you of just lifting our spirits and just making us feel good. That was a perfect song to kind of get us kicked off with, because really we just have to carry that love with us, and that's going to keep us going and get us through the thick and the thin, is love, really. So thank you for that. That was amazing. So, hey guys, a little bit bittersweet today because it is our last Zocalo Zoom, at least in this capacity. We've now had 24 of them, and that's nuts, just to think of what we started with and what we've done and what we're going to continue to do. And so thank you for joining us each week. Thank you for joining us on the live streams. We are still writing postcards for a couple of hours. So if you need addresses, you can get addresses for Florida. We just ask that you get those in the mail as soon as possible. So our goal is to get them at least no later than November 2nd, because these ones are the youth vote in Florida. So getting out those 18 to 24-year-olds, we are targeting the ones that registered in 2018. So it has been a couple years before they're thinking about voting, and we just want them to get out and vote. And the youth vote is going to be so important. It's always so important, but they make up the largest voting bloc in this country right now. If they would get out and vote, they have so much power. And all these decisions and all these things that are happening right now are really going to be affecting them, affecting the young, into future generations. And so it is so important to make everybody's voice heard, but they can hold the power. And so we are trying to get them out there. We're trying to remind them to help friends and family make voting plans. I went through my contacts and thought of the people that are young, that are in that 18 to 24 range, and reached out to them and made sure that they were voting, knowing when I was 18, voting was and so they might be wanting to do it, but they just need that little bit of nudge. And so please think of ways that you can reach out to the people that you know, everybody in general, but especially those young voters that just need a little bit of nudge to get out there and make their voice heard. So on that note, we do have a couple of hours left that we're going to do postcarding, but we're kind of wrapping that up. We started in May, to think that we started this in May, and now it's, almost the end of November or October, and we've been going strong. So we've had 820 new writers, so unique writers. And the grand total that we've written, and this might tick up a little bit when I do my official announcement tomorrow, but we have together written 74,550 postcards. So that's incredible. So 74,550 postcards. And so we have written to 4 different states, and we've targeted unregistered voters. So I think that's always so important, is the get out the vote is super important, but we also, in these red states and these red districts, need to grow the Democratic base. And so we have reached out to purge voters in North Carolina to let them know that they can register during early voting. We've targeted likely unregistered voters who've never been voted before, have never registered before in Texas, and wrote almost 39,000 postcards to Texas to people that had not been registered ever. So that's exciting. And then we've written to some amazing candidates, Seema Lajavardian, Elise Markowitz, Madeline Eden, Ann Johnson, all working to flip Texas blue. So proud to support their campaigns with our postcarding efforts. We did a blink of an eye short stint in Michigan, and now we're just finishing up purge voters in Michigan, and now we're finishing up the youth vote in Florida. So I know 100% that we have made an impact because we have reached voters or soon to be voters that maybe haven't been reached out by other campaigns. So I think we've done something really special here. So thank you guys, because we did this together. It couldn't have been with anybody, doing it on their own. This was a whole group effort to make that impact. And it just makes me feel so good. I don't want to get too emotional. But anyway, the other thing I do want to do a quick shout out to is our postcarding team that works behind the scenes. So Carla is our guru with all the data. She's taken all this raw data and created ways that we to keep track of everything. We've had to create systems because there was nothing. We had nothing. We started from zero, creating systems of how people can get the addresses, how they can request addresses, how to get them out, how to keep it counted. So Carla was such a huge part in creating the back end of it. And then a huge shout out to Sharon from across the pond in England and Ginger. A lot of the times they might be the ones that are sending you the addresses via email. And so those are people that don't get recognition as much. So thank you guys so much, Carla and Sharon and Ginger for being on that back end of it. So on that note, I'm going to check in with Sierra, who also has been a huge part in this. And Sierra, if you want to say hi real quick.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us week after week and sharing your talent and your gifts with us and just lifting us up with this beautiful art that you're creating, and to think how fun it was that, I mean, you're so talented that you were starting out with landscapes, right, and cityscapes, and how you've turned it into these works of art on these postcards, which is incredible. So thank you. So what are you working on today?
I am not sure yet. I am gathering ideas on Pinterest.
I love it. I definitely feel more creative just sitting around doing this too. So hopefully you'll get some magic from our musicians and our speakers like I do. I definitely feel that. All right. So I think that's about it. So is Jessie, I don't know if I've seen Jessie. Yeah, she is. Jessie, so if you want to pop on, another person that just so many people, as I'm like getting a little, feeling a little nostalgic. So many people have taken part in making this happen each week. This is a huge feat that we put on each week. The Zocalo Zoom specifically, and Jessie has played a huge role in not only being a face of it and being a great interviewer and just keeping everything running smoothly, but also helping us get a lot of incredible music artists. And so forever thankful for that. And thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you so much. As we knock on the door of turning blue, I am just astounded at that as a possibility, and it's within grasp. So obviously everybody's got to go out and vote. Votes have to be counted, and we're not done yet, but it's really wonderful to even be considering that as a possibility. You know, I live in Tennessee. We're not close.
Right.
So maybe one day Tennessee will turn blue too. But meantime, it's been wonderful being part of this. And I have so enjoyed booking the artists for it because they've been really varied and everybody is excited to be part of it. And so it, really was not a heavy lift to ask people to participate. And I'm just real pleased thinking back on a zen that they have brought us week to week.
Right.
It's just really such a special thing. We're all sort of starved for live music. We can't go to clubs, we're not hanging out. And this really is, just a wonderful resource for soothing the soul on Tuesday nights. And so, yeah, I'm just so delighted to be part of it. And
And
thank you, Scott, for asking me to host too.
Yes, thank you.
Because that was initially it was just to get music, and then it sort of morphed into being more active on screen as well. I appreciate that. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, and I love how artists musicians have started writing postcards too. So it, I thought they would come on and perform and that was it. And so many have stayed with us. And it's just the whole thing of the back and forth, the energy, and it all being on virtual is pretty incredible. But I, in my mind, I thought it was going to be, we'll sit here, write postcards, and it was kind of a one-way street. But the energy that has gone back and forth between all of us and the artists and the musicians and the speakers have been simply incredible.
I think it's been a sort of interesting thing for all of us who have been sort of alone in our houses and thinking about how we participate in a more active way. And obviously there's some avenues because we're not out and about and we're not hanging out in bars, having a conversation across the, table with the beer in hand with somebody. This has been a wonderful forum to be able to have those conversations. And I think that for a lot of artists, they really want to do more, and so this has been a really good opportunity for Leeann Atherton to be writing postcards, and holding them up. It's been wonderful having her as part of the family too. So
definitely part of the family for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been great. And honestly, the reach that you guys have, just an incredible stick-to-itiveness, and in it every single week, which is what you got to do if you want to turn the tide. So I applaud you all, Envoys. And as we say hi to Leeann Atherton, man, it's looking mighty Christmassy behind you.
Well, I had white lights, but I would have had to move them. Yeah, well, why not? I'm thinking we should be celebrating. I know we're going to have to keep lifting our spirits up. I know that because we remember, and we're not going to forget. And as we were saying earlier, we've got to continue on with love and light because it's going to get through the darkness eventually. Jesse, I can't thank you enough for getting me involved because it's true. I've wanted to have something to do, more to do. Like I was saying earlier, today I went out and pamphleted. I trained for texting, and now I get to be here doing this. I saw my brother standing on the corner, begging another to help him today. People passing by, they couldn't look him in the eye. They were scared or afraid of what they might say. Yeah. So tell me, brothers and sisters, what'll we do about it? Hey, beautiful, no reason to doubt it. We lost our way. Stand up and be counted. Sing it out and shout it. There's glory and power on election day, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, this is really a Christmas song, but I changed it to election day. Birds in the sky sing every day and every night. Why should they worry? Why can't we understand? To give as we receive, fill each other's needs. Living like a man, yeah. Lend a helping hand, y'all. Tell me, brothers and sisters, what'll we do about it? No reason to doubt it. Love's gonna show the way, yeah. Stand up and be counted. Sing it out and shout it. There's glory and power come election day. Come election day. Come election day, I hear the babies crying, so many people dying, all this war and hatred. Why can't we understand? To give as we receive, fill each other's needs, lend a helping hand. Write postcards if you can. Tell me, brothers and sisters, what do we do about it? No reason to doubt it. Come on, lovers, show the way. Stand up and be counted. Sing it out and shout it. There's glory and power born on election day. One more week to go, y'all. Keep the power going, y'all. There's still a lot of work to do, you know. Come election day. I told my friend, turn off the news and get to work. Texting, calling, writing, whatever you're gonna do. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's glory and power. Come on, election day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe it. I believe it's true. If we just keep working it, keep doing it, straight from our hearts, y'all. You might feel discouraged, but just shine your little light straight from your heart. You know that's the only place to start. You wake up every day and look at your bills to pay. Well, it might shake you up right from the start. Oh, but it's a sunny day and good things are gonna come your way if you just play it from your heart. Well, there's just nowhere to go. Somebody told you so. But those lies, they're going around. 'Cause you got a choice, you see. It's not your destiny. Nobody's holding you down. When you play it from your heart, y'all. Yeah, when you play it from your heart. Yeah, straight from that deep down joy that cannot be destroyed. No, straight from your heart. Yeah, if you take a stand, ooh, yes, you'll find a promised land. There's a Christmas tree. It's been there from the start. Oh yeah, all the things you want to be. Tell me what you see. You know what? It ain't really that hard. You know what to do. Comes from inside of you. It should never tear you apart. No, just play it fair and square. You gonna get your share. Your time ain't really that far. No, when you dance and play right from your heart, yeah. Sing it out and shout it out and tell the world, baby, no doubt you gonna play it from your heart. Oh, and look at the stars shining above. Go on and look to your heart, y'all. Show the ones you love. Yeah, yes you do. You play it from your heart, y'all. Oh, now come election day, we should zoom this away and watch it coming in to keep us lifting up, y'all. Yes, you. I know you do, and I'm so grateful to spend so much time with you. 'Cause you do it straight from your heart. Thank you, y'all, for shining your light.
Thank you.
Right on.
You always make us feel good. Thank you so much for bringing your bluesy, wonderful energy every single week here to the Zocalo Zoom.
Thank you, Jesse. I owe you one.
And your postcarding too. So we all owe you. Mary Gaucher, Jaimee Harris, are you guys in the house?
We're here. We're unmuted.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's electric behind you this time. That's cool.
We keep trying to improve the ambiance.
I like it. I like that it's different every time we check in with you. It's very alive and very hopeful and awesome. It's great to see you guys. How you doing?
See you, Jesse. We're hanging in, counting days, counting days.
Yeah, all of us. All of us counting days, holding our breath. And did you vote?
Oh yeah.
We voted on day 2 of early voting, waited 2 hours and 15 minutes. And you know what? The line has not gone down. It's still at least a 2-hour line at the Belmead Police Station where we vote, I've never seen a line in 20 years. So high volume. You guys are inspiring people to vote. It's really working. There's a massive turnout like never before. It's breaking records.
It is. It's unbelievable. And it's across the whole country. That turnout in early voting has really exceeded everybody's expectation. So that's an awesome thing. I voted the same day, only mine was an hour wait. I was at Casa Azafran, and everybody was totally, quiet, determined, and waited patiently. When we voted, I love this part, with swizzle sticks.
Yeah.
Did you get a swizzle stick handed to you? The way of not having, a touch machine be touched by everybody, which I thought was very heads up.
Yeah. It was really cool. The swizzle stick takeaway. That was actually thoughtful because it's just it's a complicated maneuver to get people inside in this time, and I'm so happy that they've thought it through to the very swizzle stick.
Also, even the way that you handed them the license to verify, you put it on your ballot and then they just moved the ballot, but they never touched your license.
Yeah, they put it in a little plastic container at Belmead, and you handed the container over, and so you never touched them, and they never touched you.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So anyway, happy you voted, both of you. I'm happy I voted. I'm happy everybody's here postcarding, and we're really happy that you've joined us again to play for us. Would you?
Yeah, thank you.
While also you're just picking up your instruments, I want to just say a special shout out for Jaimee, because she guided so many other artists through the process of how to make it sound good on a Zoom. So thank you for your tech support.
Guys, for having us.
Oh yeah.
Jaimee's a sound check machine. She's checking somebody's sound almost every day.
It makes me feel useful in this time of half sloth for me, I guess.
Teaching the old folks how to sound good too. At the downtown near the Roosevelt Flats, 48.50 if you pay in cash. Spanish television up through the floor. Desk clerk don't look up when I walk by anymore. Blizzard outside, blizzard in her heart. Lonesome travelers, cheap motel art. Snow is falling on snow that fell on snow. I said, hold on, don't let go. Trying to catch my breath, she moves so fast. Rumble strips, red lights, broken glass. head full of dreams, a heart full of hurt. Friends say walk on, it's more trouble than it's worth. But my wheel is gone, my head hangs low. It ain't the leaving, it's the way you go. Trying to catch my breath, she moves so fast. Rumble strips, red lights, broken glass, twisted steel sirens and blood. Love, trouble, trouble. Love and trouble, trouble and Jaimee Guitar Harris.
Un poquito. Cute.
Oh, I love the beautiful art.
I know. Sierra, you are so talented.
Sierra, that's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I got me an apartment on the east side, 1411 13th Street. I walk on the tracks by the Cumberland River, over the bridge, past Lover's Leap. I'm moving on through the pain, through the pain, waiting on another train, another train. I tore a hole in the pocket of the jacket you bought me in that thrift store in Camden Town. Behind the station, you wrapped your arms round me, you built me up, you tore me down. Moving on through the pain, through the pain, waiting on another train, December sunset, I see my breath disappear in the cold winter night. Bums gather in driftwood by the river, whistle blows a lonesome cry. Moving on through the pain, through the pain. Waiting on another train, another train. Moving on through the pain, through the pain. Waiting on another train, another train. There'll be another train. All right, there will be another train. We are counting on it. We are at the station.
gosh.
We are waiting
Yes.
for that train. Bring it on. We want another train.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Well, I stared out of the windshield to the rain so light. I put on my dims. Somebody flashed their bright. And I reached over, turned the radio way down low. Your sister cried Everybody says you looked real good. I think you looked stoned. And your sister cried all the way home. Your sister cried all the way home.
I love that cat.
Your sister cried all the way home. Your sister cried all the way home.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for spotlighting the cat.
Yay!
That just made my week.
We were on a Zoom a couple days ago with about 20 people, and everybody had an animal except for us, and everybody held their pet up or put their pet on their lap, and we were like,
Should we go get the plant?
Should we go get a plant? We have one. We keep thinking we're going to go back on the road and go back to work as touring musicians. We probably could get a dog.
We're going to go look at dogs on Friday at the Emmylou Harris
Oh, we're going to go to the
dog,
Emmylou
whatever.
Harris Bonaparte's retreat
Yeah.
dog.
Rescue.
It won't be a parade this year,
No,
but
sadly.
it'll be what?
I don't know what it is, but we're going to it.
But we're going to.
Dogs, Emmylou, whatever, we're going. We'll be there.
If it's Emmylou and open to the public, Jaimee will be there, no doubt.
It's true.
Old steam train, Maury died last night. His wife Wanda by his side. He caught the westbound out of here, hopped the irons to the by and by. They say he jumped 10,000 trains, rode 1,000,000 miles for free, helped out at VA hospitals and penitentiaries. Dandy Dave and Rusty Nails and Sweet Lady Sugar Cane. Dead-Eye Kate and the Baloney Kid raised their cups tonight in Steam Train's name. Senators and congressmen, puppets on a string, among windswept vagabonds, Steam Train was king the last. Of the Hobo Kings. the last of the Hoboken. Bums, they drink and wander around. Tramps dream and wander too. But a hobo was a pioneer, and he preferred to work for food. He knew how our nation was doing by the length of a sidewalk cigarette butt. Born with an aching wanderlust embedded in his gut. Hounded, beaten, laughed at, broke, chased out of every town. With his walking stick scepter, with his shredded coffee can, crown the last of the Hobo Kings. The last of the Hobo Kings. The last free men are hobos. Steinbeck said and paid him cash. And the stories he bought from them helped him write The Grapes of Wrath. But boxcars have been sealed for years, and trespassers do time. Railroad yards are razor wired now, hoboing's a crime. Here's to you, steam train Maury. Hold that westbound tight as you ride off into history. The last hobo, the last ride, the last of the Hobo Kings. The last of the Hobo Kings.
I wish Woody Guthrie could hear that song.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you ever said to me.
That probably was the nicest thing I ever said to you. I don't know why I've never had that thought before, but I was just like, dang it.
It is a proper folk song, isn't it? The old school variety.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, when we were singing it just now, I was thinking of the Schiller Hotel where I wrote it in Rembrandt Square in Amsterdam.
That's funny, because I was remembering being in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I wrote that song in an old hotel that was taken over by the Nazis when they stormed Amsterdam. And they had the hotel owner and his wife, who was a cabaret singer. She sang in the clubs in the square where the hotel still is. And she had to become a maid, and he had to become a servant of the Nazis. They took over the hotel. And it's an Art Deco hotel, and it's a beautiful old hotel, and his paintings are still in the hotel. And when Amsterdam got liberated, with the help of the Americans, they got their hotel back. And it's got a long history, and the floorboards in the old cafe are the same floorboards that were there when the Nazis took over the hotel. Giant old wooden planks, and every time I'd go down to breakfast, I would imagine the boots.
The sound of the boots, yeah.
Yeah. It's a really corporate hotel now, but it has those touches. And I'd go down and get my coffee in a teapot. I'd get a teapot full of coffee, and then a small teapot full of steamed milk. And I'd bring them both up to my room, and I'd combine them and write, and combine them and write. And that's how that song was born. Too much coffee in an old hotel. This is a song for the souls of the departed. The parade of souls marches across the sky. Their heating light bathed in blue as they march by, while the all-stars play when the saints go marching in, until a second line forms. They wave white hankies in the wind. Satchmo takes his solo, he flashes $1 million smile. Marie Laveau promenades with Oscar Wilde. Big funky Stella twirls her little red umbrella to the beat as the soul parade winds its way down Eternity Street. Souls ain't born, souls don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, wind the golden reel. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Mardi Gras Indians chant in the streets at sundown. Spy boy meets spy boy, big chief meets big chief uptown. Yes, they circle and sway in rainbow-colored feathers and beads. Oh, they prance like peacocks, children of slavery free. Souls ain't born, soul don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride a flaming circle, wind the golden reel. Roll on, sister, in the wheel inside the well. The crew of the Crossbones parades into the sun. Yes, they walk through fire, then they come out beating drums, while the French Quarter Queens in high-heel drag disguise, they sing over the rainbow till Judy Garland quivers inside. Souls ain't born, soul don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, wind the golden rim. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Flambeau dancers light the walkway to Lucky Pierre. They having a party tonight. All the girls will be there, sipping that wormwood concoction, drinking absinthe, talking trash. Oh, it's a red carpet, black tie, all night celestial bash. Souls ain't born, soul don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, wind the golden reel. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. I say, roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. I say, roll on, sister, in the wheel inside the well.
Awesome. Diana, will you tell us where you got that sweatshirt? It's incredible. Mary, did you see your sweatshirt?
Let me see it. What is
It's
it?
a John Lewis sweatshirt, and it's
Get in trouble.
awesome.
Good trouble.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's get in trouble, good trouble,
Necessary trouble.
I forgot. I have to look for my receipt of where I got it. I don't remember.
It's a hit. It's great.
Oh, yeah. I keep buying stuff that I like, and it's like I don't know. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You go ahead and play a short one.
Yeah.
We'll play one more for y'all, and this is a song I wrote with a group of military spouses. And I asked them how they managed to stay married to men who were gone months at a time and handling live bombs. And these were women married to bomb experts, EOD wives, explosive ordnance disposal, women married to bomb experts. And they said, we're stronger together, we do it together. Us wives, we're tight, we're close, and we stay in touch with each other, and we look after each other's kids, and we are one big family, stronger together. And I think that is something that sure feels nice to me. One big family, stronger together. I learned a lot working with people who served and their families. A lot about love, believe it or not. Learning love from soldiers. Who would have imagined? They say no man's left behind, but that ain't true. And they hate it that they need us, but they do. They lose their fingers, lose their limbs. We try to love them back together again. They say no man's left behind, but that ain't true. And they're hurt in places that the eye can't see. We miss the man our husbands used to be. The military breaks their heart. We're there when they fall apart. They're hurt in places that the eye can't see. And we're stronger together, sisters, forever. We are stronger together, sisters, forever. And we focus on the good, that's all we got. It don't look like much, but we know that it's a lot. Every time he says goodbye could be the last time we see him alive. We focus on the good, that's all we got. EOD wives don't sit by the phone. No news is good news back at home. When he's mission ready at his best, we take care of all the rest. EOD wives don't sit by the phone. And we're stronger together, sisters, forever. We are stronger together, sisters, forever. Y'all make me so happy. Watching y'all work makes me so happy. It is just such a beautiful thing. We are stronger together. And that remains true. Thank y'all for having us. We're honored to sing for you. And we are on that incline, about to be on the roller coaster going God knows where. We're ticking on the upward now. Yeah. Well, we can't say we didn't work and do what we could. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Jesse. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. You really create such a beautiful mood, even though sometimes the lyrics can really be pointed and, you know, it's not all beautiful, but you make it beautiful with your songwriting and the way you approach it. And there's just an ease to it all that, you know, allows us to ponder. And thank you for doing that.
It's a privilege to be a part of what y'all are up to here. Thanks for having us back.
Oh, totally. Thank you, Jaimee Harris, Mary Gaucher. We want to introduce you to Jimmy Davis and Dennis, rather. Jimmy Dennis has an incredible tale to tell, but first we want to show a video. If you would launch that, Kari.
I am one of the people who built the country. Until this moment, there is scarcely any hope for the American dream, because the people who are denied participation in it, by their very presence, will wreck it.
Cro-Magnon state. Change disarms you of your privilege. You fear me even when I don't seek to harm you, 'cause you hate the skin A systematic change. No more praying, begging, pleading, I'm telling you. Cause you ain't scared of me. Beautiful black skin.
Let us introduce Jaimee. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fine.
I am happy that you are fine. And indeed you are fine. So this is a new song, right?
Yeah, it's a new song. It's on all musical platforms. Hate the Skin I'm in. I wrote it in relation to everything we see going on in the country now with the blatant racism. And I wanted to speak to the fact that people that still feel that way are prehistoric, right? They're in their caveman state. So that's why I say you wish to stay in your chromatic state, to open up, the first line of the song. And it also speaks to the resiliency and the strength of Black people, us knowing that people hate us, but we give so much to this country and so much to the world with our gifts, with our energy, with our positivity, things we have created and continue to do. And that even though we receive hate, we are a beautiful race of people. We are a resilient race of people, and we're going to keep creating, being beautiful people and moving on. And no matter what happens or what befalls us, we're going to get through it. So I wanted to speak to that in the music.
I also sort of hear kind of a continuation of Marvin Gaye of the What's Going On era.
Yeah.
So it's really beautiful. It's, it's really beautifully done music with a message. And that's, it's a really sweet thing. So let's talk about what happened to you. And, things were going really beautifully. And in the blink of an eye, things changed. You want to speak to what happened?
Yeah. So I was a young singer. I was 21. I had a group by the name of Sensation. We was on the very cusp of stardom. We had different record labels and music executives interested in us. And at the very height of all this going on, I was wrongfully charged for a crime I didn't commit in the city of Philadelphia. And my life was turned upside down by corrupt police detectives and a corrupt district attorney. And my life sort of spiraled out of control from 1991 all the way up into 2013 when a legal decision came out, and then subsequently, I came home May 13th, 2017, but there's a lot of nuances in between there. But I was wrongfully convicted of a crime I didn't commit, and it was horrifying. It was horrific in every sense of the word. And being on death row, which I was on death row for 25.5 years, and just losing your life in that way and being in the system, I went through a lot. But I'm here now, and I'm just trying to do some positive things through music and encourage people to vote and tell people the importance of voting, because with everything we see going on in the country today, it affects innocent people, it affects normal citizens like yourself. And the US Supreme Court is a very important court, but every single court around the country is important. And I always like to speak to that very issue, allowing people to know that every single president will appoint judges to the US Supreme Court. They will appoint judges to every single federal court in the country that will deal with issues. Even right now, as we speak, you know this, we're dealing with voting rights in Pennsylvania, right? With the absentee ballots and the ballots, and we're dealing with it in Wisconsin, right? And we had two different rulings from one court. And so we need to understand and take stock of that a little better to know where we all fit in and how important these courts is to our rights, to our constitutional rights, but everything that's going on. So in this particular election, it's not just we're voting to vote somebody in. There are other things that are on the ballot that you know about, like equality, a woman's right to choose, you know, Roe v. versus Wade, ... I could go on and on.
Oh, absolutely. And elections have consequences, and we are unfortunately suffering the consequences of the last election right now, and how much they might try to change the playing field, not counting votes, cutting off, allowing mail-in ballots before they would have been cut off before, you know, even if they're postmarked by election day, they, you know, there's just all kinds of tinkering going on.
Yes.
I want to take you back, though, a little bit to one of the methods by which you, I want to say, started your day when you were on death row, when you couldn't sing out loud. And before you go into this, did you find that having the music helped you through that somehow? Was it an anchoring factor for you?
So when I was a kid and I first started singing, I loved singing just because my voice and my singing and my performing made people happy. That's why I loved it so much. So that's always what I wanted to do. And so when I was stolen away in prison and got on death row, my voice was silenced. I found that I didn't want to sing. I didn't have the desire to sing. And I remember reading Billie Holiday's autobiography, and she couldn't sing while she was in prison either. And so for me, I didn't have the desire to sing, even though I was still writing music. But music, in every single sense of the word, helped me remain strong and helped me get through with my faith. And I'll just give you this story. From the moment I was stolen away, I had these beautiful songs by all these wonderful artists play in my head, and I'm gonna give them to you. The first one was a gospel song by the Winans called Trusting God. Then Dear Lord by John Coltrane, Christopher Cross, Selling. Then it went to Bruce Springsteen, Glory Days, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, which is my favorite band, Glory Days. Then it went to Stevie Wonder, If It's Magic. Then it went to Whitney Houston, Miracle, or Why Does It Hurt So Bad, right? And then it went to my other favorite band, Fleetwood Mac, Don't Stop. And if you listen to those songs in its proper order, one, you'll understand what I was going through, what I was dealing with, but also how I overcame it. And I kept my faith and wits about me in prison to do law, to educate myself through the law, to fight back, to prove my innocence, to be here talking to you now. So music has always been essential to my soul, been essential to my faith, and has played a huge role in my life, because every single day that I was stolen away, those songs played in my head like a record player.
I love that. You know, there's a brand new Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band album. Have you heard it yet? It's so good.
Yeah. That's right.
It takes you back to all the energy that they brought originally, and it just feels really fresh. And I'm very happy to have it. So you come from a musical family too. Your dad, right?
Yes, my dad was a gospel musician, but he also set in and he taught some some famous R&B acts. Was their musical director. He was musical director for some churches and other gospel groups. And my aunt sung for Dee Dee Sharp on background records for Dee Dee Sharp, Bobby Rydell, and Chubby Checker. She was a great musician and vocalist in her own right, just like my dad. So that's my lineage. So my dad played the piano and the organ, and my aunt played as well. And this is something that I always wanted to do, sing and write songs and just create music. I missed everything about it when I was gone, but it's definitely something that is in my DNA, yes.
I love that. And you're still in Philly?
Yes, I am in Philly. This is my home. It allows me to be, close to my mom and my family and my friends. So I'm still here, even though I went through a very difficult and saddened time in this city. I still love everything about the people and the grit of this city. It's just a beautiful city with strong, resilient people. And I love Philadelphia.
And it's great. Philly had really an amazing music scene, has an amazing radio station, WXPN, among others, I'm sure, but I'm real familiar with them. So there's, yet another wave of musicians coming, because, Philly has always had kind of a musical connection, way back to Dick Clark and, and forward.
I don't even think that people realize this, but a lot of great musicians, Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, Tom Bell, the Roots are here. So many people doing great things now, but have done great things within the industry. I've been blessed to come home and have my childhood friend who runs my independent record label, Gwen Jackson, come home. I came home and she took me right in the studio with some incredible Philadelphia musicians. Michael Boykins, a producer that produced that last record you heard, and my subsequent record before that, all you done went and did it. Daryl Piano Man Marshall, who done played on records for Blackstreet and so many other famous people. He's played on every single record and co-written music on every record that I've done thus far, except for one. And I've been fortunate to be welcomed back home into the fraternity of music with so many great producers and musicians. Richard Wilder III is a guy who's a terrific producer and engineer, and he's a good guy. He talks to me, consult with me. Lamar Maury Alexander, and just, Gwen Jackson within herself. She done did Broadway, done sung background for Harry Belafonte, Tootin' the Mai Tai. So I'm just so privileged and so happy to be home and surrounded by so many great musicians that I work with. Even my keyboard player, Matteo Glustein, who co-wrote the first record You Said with me. a terrific, great musician and keyboard player, but he plays an array of instruments. So I'm just so happy to be back in the fraternity of music. I'm just enjoying every aspect of songwriting and creating and being in the studio, which I'll be in the studio tomorrow, creating a new song. I have a new song coming out November 23rd. That I'm looking forward to everybody hearing about everything we've been dealing with this year. Yeah.
Well, you are an incredible inspiration to all of us, and that you have so much joy around you, even with what you went through, and to emerge and to really have, you know, just this positivity and this great energy. And, you know, I thank you for bringing it to us tonight.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say to you and everybody listening, and to all the workers working so hard on, you know, the various campaigns throughout the country, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing the good work that you're doing. And I know you may have your moments every now and then, but just push forward. Keep the faith. We're going to get through this, and the right outcome will be had, and everybody is doing the right thing. And it's always good when you stand up on the side of right, right? Where you stand up for justice and you standing on the side of right instead of the side of wrong. And, you know, we see what's going on in this country with the division and the hate, and we're going to get across the threshold so we could get rid of that and have a brighter future for this country, for everybody in this country. You know what I mean? So y'all keep up the good work. Yeah.
Thank you. You too. So
Thank
great
you
to
so
meet
much.
you, Jimmy Dennis.
Pleasure.
We'll look for the record too. Thank you. And we'll look for
All
what
right,
you're
thank
cutting.
you. All right. Appreciate you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you too. Thanks for coming by. It was
All
awesome.
right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Amazing. I think every week that we've done this, we've had such inspirational people coming to us with their stories and you know, from every aspect of life and from all over the country. And it's just been wonderful to get close and have conversations with folks and kind of make new friends. It's really quite wonderful. We actually have some new friends also. They're Jim and Kathy Ocean. Are you guys here? You guys are gonna perform the next set for us. And if you would unmute yourself, that would be wonderful. I'm never really certain whether folks are here or not, but maybe you are. Do I see you? I'm not sure. So I'm gonna throw it at Kari for a second while I check all the pictures.
Yes, they're here. They're here somewhere. I'm just.
I see them. Awesome.
Okay, good.
Kathy O. It's under
Kathy O.
Okay, there we go.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're good. The sun's going down here in the Redwood Empire.
You're in the Redwood Empire?
We are. We're in West Sonoma County, about an hour and a half northwest of San Francisco.
How did you fare in the fires?
Well, we were fine. We were evacuated for 10 days. It's been really wild and woolly out here with the fires. It's, you know.
I know it has.
Yep. But we've been personally very lucky, and, you know, we're living in paradise.
Truly.
So can't
Well, we're very happy to have you. Would you play for us, please?
Thank you. We're going to do a couple of songs in a row. The first song is called Fighting for Love, which we feel like we fight for so many things in this world. Why don't we fight more for love? And we're talking about the universal love variety between people. And also the second part of this little duet is called We're Still Here, dedicated to the human race after so many centuries of struggle and struggle now. We're still here. And it was written after the Tubbs fire in 2017 here that burned northern Santa Rosa and took out over 1,000 homes. We'll dedicate that second song to all those people. fighting for oil. We're fighting for water. We're fighting for soil. We're fighting each other. We're fighting for money. We're fighting for air to breathe. We're fighting for power. Everywhere it seems we should be fighting. We should be fighting for. We should be fighting for love. We're fighting for stuff. We're fighting for cheap plastic crap. We're fighting for a lifestyle, but it's just a trap. We're fighting for an image. We're fighting for a logo. We're fighting for religion and our ego. Sing it with me now. We should be fighting. We should be fighting for. We should be fighting for love. We should be fighting for. We're fighting to be liked on Facebook. We're fighting for the mic and how we look. We're fighting to be number one. An American mythology. We're fighting just for fun. In our biology, maybe we should be fighting. We should be fighting for. We should be fighting for love. We should be fighting. We should be fighting for. We should be fighting for love. We should be fighting for. When the lights go out and the wind comes up, when your life is leaking through a broken cup, when your dreams are fading till you give them up to fear, when this world seems crazy and the people mad and the future of the world looks dark and sad, when there's fire burning in all our lands, there will be heroes, heroes. We're still here, we're still alive, we're still learning how to survive. We're still here, we're still here, we're still here, and we're still still alive. We're still here, we're still here. We're still learning how to survive. We're still learning how to survive. From candlelight to satellite, from a street address to GPS, the human race has found a place in the heavens. Heavens, though we mess things up, we get up again. We put down a war, we pick up a pen, and an enemy becomes a friend forever. Okay, well, the next song we're going to do is a quote from hippie history. Some of the hippie movement growing up as we were back in the 60s and the early 70s. And we're going to do this little song here that's kind of a common phrase that we say around in these parts when we're pontificating about some things. It's just a hippie thought. And we wanted to start the song with a quote by Abbie Hoffman, who was one of the great hippie celebrities of his time. And he said, "Remember, never do needle drugs. The only dope we're shooting is Richard Nixon." Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 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 oh. Take care of yourself, take care of the earth, take care of the ones who are hurting the worst. Take care of the air, take care of the trees, take care of the waters, rivers and seas. It's just a hippie thought, just a hippie thought. Whoa, that's all it is, a hippie thought, just a hippie thought. Whoa, that's all it is. Use the strength of the tide, use the force of the wind, use the light of the sun, let a new age begin. Use the love in your heart, use it every day. Use the reason to guide you, choose the natural way. It's just a hippie thought, just a hippie thought. Whoa! just a hippie thought. Wow, that's all it is.
Old hippies don't die. They just lie low till the laughter stops and their time comes round again. Joseph Gallivan. You know, it's not what you eat, it's what you don't poop. Wavy gravy. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. John Lennon.
Try to realize it's all within yourself. No one else can make you change. George Harrison.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi.
Make love, not war. Make peace in this life. Make all things transparent. Make truth, not lies. See smiles on our faces. Hear songs in the street. Feel our will come together. Can you smell the patchouli? It's just a hippie thought. Just a hippie thought. Wow, that's all it is. A hippie thought. Just a hippie thought.
The only ones for me are the mad ones. The ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, delirious of everything at the same time. Jack Kerouac. Don't be alarmed at the things that we want. It's only a hippie thought.
It's just a hippie thought.
Just a hippie thought.
Can we all just get along?
Yeah, what a concept.
What a concept. I want to thank everybody for doing this amazing exercise.
Yeah.
We really appreciate all the work it's taken to do this, and we have a lot of love in our hearts for people who are trying to make things better on this planet.
Absolutely.
Kathy, why don't you tell them about this next song?
The next song, Frankenclimb?
Frankenclimb.
It's Frankenclimb. It's really scary.
This is our little ode to Halloween. We have a little monster.
And other things.
Frankenclimb. Kind of playing out here as it's getting cold here in the redwoods.
It is getting a little chilly out here.
900-year-old redwood behind the computer screen here, staring down at us through the sunset. It's very nice. 2, 3. Who's knocking out the lights of the city, flooding the condos down by the sea? Who's making all the thunder and lightning? Everyone knows it's windy.
It's alive. It's alive.
He's a hurricane, a big black cloud, a fire tornado burning up the ground. He'll blow down your house, he'll tear up the levee. He's a real badass. He's Frankenheavy.
The perfect storm, doing crime. His name is Frank, Frankenclimb. He'll flood your town, melt your ice. He's got a real hot future for you in his eyes.
Frankenclimb, Frankenclimb. He's performing, he's Frankenstorming. You filled your tank, you take a ride, but you can't hide from Frank. He's a high, dry wind, a real low pressure, 100 degrees going on forever. I got meteorological phobia. I'm packing my bags for Canada. Frankenclimb, Frankenclimb. Can't deny it, it's Frankenclimb it. You say no way, you say no thanks, but don't deny it's Frank. Kathy, take it away.
It's franken cold, it's franken hot, it's franken stormy, and we're franken caught. When you hear the sound of pounding hail, you better buy some plywood and pound some nails.
Franken climb. What's more frightening than Franken lightning? Tried to ride around his flank, but you can't hide from Franken climb. We're all bound to live underground, but you can't run forever from Franken weather. No, you can't hide from Frank. You can't hide from Frank. You can't hide from Frank. You can't hide from Frank.
Frankenclimb. Let's see, what is next?
It's getting dark
out
here. We can't read our set list. I love the little girl dancing. You got great moves.
Thank
really,
you.
honestly. It's fantastic.
We've got this sweet little song about a trip to the dermatologist.
Inspired by a trip to the dermatologist. Maybe the only song ever inspired by a trip to the dermatologist. Let's put this away, yeah.
Yeah, don't lose it though.
This is only a suggestion. 2, 3, 4. Who needs tattoos when you can have scars? Who needs tattoos when you can have scars? Scars. Before you stick in a needle and you spend a lot of money to color your skin for the rest of your life, I tell you now, life will do it for you. All you gotta do is just stay alive and it'll show as you grow older. Yes, it'll show in your heart and on your shoulder. I tell you, who needs tattoos when you can have scars? Who needs tattoos when you can have scars? Scars. Before you pierce your tongue and maybe pierce your navel to wear some metal for the rest of your life, I tell you now, life will cut you better. All you gotta do is find a way to survive and it'll show. Life is a razor. Yes, it'll show. Hope it cuts in your favor. I tell you, who needs tattoos when you can have scars? Who needs tattoos when you can have scars? Kathy, baby. Before you stick in a needle and you spend a lot of money to color your skin for the rest of your life, I tell you now, life will will do it for you. All you gotta do is just stay alive and it'll show. As you grow older, yes, it'll show in your heart and on your shoulders. I tell you, who needs tattoos when you can have scars? 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 Scars, scars. All right.
All right. Who needs tattoos? But some of them are kind of pretty.
Here we go. Life does leave its marks. I'm going to tune up a little bit here. All you people out there drawing.
Sierra, your postcards are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's been really lovely watching you do them over the past few weeks.
So how did you find these guys? How did they find you, Kathy?
Through our lovely friend, Hope Fry.
Oh, Hope Fry. Yeah. That's cool. Boy, talk about a person doing good work in the world.
Yep.
Hope's going down the border where all those people are being housed in cages and those families being separated. I want to do a shout out to Hope for all the good work she's doing. That's amazing stuff. It's like looking it right in the eye.
There are so many people doing amazing work, and we need to remind ourselves of that.
Take a little sip. Okay, we're going to do a little song. I heard the story. I think it was true. If it's not, it's what my storytelling friends called a better truth. You know, if it's not a truth, it's a better truth. But apparently there was this guy back in the days when Lake Erie was so polluted. You could, if you were a photographer, you could literally get your photographs developed in the waters of Lake Erie. So,
well, I went swimming in Lake Erie as a 7-year-old, and I came out with a roaring ear infection, the only one of my life.
that's probably those photochemicals. Anyway, we're gonna do a little song, kind of a sarcastic look at how anyone can benefit from environmental degradation if you just look deep enough. You know, it's definitely a tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic look at environmental degradation. It's called "Singing in the Acid Rain." 2, 3, 4. Singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, brown water rafting to up, here we go. It was a beautiful neighborhood with a view of the sea, but the microwave towered over like a steel canopy. But for the condo we made the sacrifice, just to be sure he put some sperm on ice. And now he's singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, brown water rafting to nowhere. She was a brilliant executive with a nose for the top. In her posh LA office, gave us such a view of the smog. She was oblivious to the yellow sky. She smiled at her future and put drops in her eye. And now she's singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain. Brown water rafting to in the town that I live in, you can hear a fire roar because the Shell oil refinery is just a mile from my door. It's our own unofficial rent control, affordable housing by the steel volcano, and now we're singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, brown water rafting to know, singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, singing in the acid rain, brown water rafting to know. Singing in the acid rain. Yeah, here we go, singing in the acid rain, folks. What we got next, Kathy?
Gotta pull it up here.
Mhm.
Oh, new kinds of people.
Yeah, I think we can see in what's happening in this country and around the world, and certainly during this election, that we're actually protected when we have more than two kinds of people, when we have lots of different kinds of people all balancing each other out. It's when you get into trouble, is when you start, polarizing into kind of a dualistic double category where, it's you're either with me or you're agin me, as they used to say. So we're going to sing this little song called Two Kinds of People. That was written over a period of years as I watched this dynamic take hold in the country and seems to be getting more intense. There are two kinds of people in the world today. One sees in black and white, one sees in shades of gray. And when you put them together, it's so hard to find a way to get along and have some peace of mind, yeah. Living together, living together, living on the world. There are two kinds of people in the world today. One kind embraces the future, one thinks the past is the way. And when you put them together and the feelings collide, you better hold on, mama, for a bumpy ride. Is there room in the world for two kinds of people? Is there room in the world for different view? Is there room in the world for two kinds of people? Is there room in the world for me and you? Woo! Living together, living on two kinds of people in the world today. One thinks the world is gone crazy, crazy, thinks it's okay. And when you put them together, they start scratching their heads. They roll their eyes to the ceiling as their faces turn red. Is there room in the world for two kinds of people? Is there room in the world for a different view? Is there room in the world for two kinds of people? Is there room in the world for me and you? Woo! There are two
kinds of people in the world today.
Kinds
Are
of
there
people.
new kinds of people on the world today? There are two kinds of people in the world today.
Kinds
Are
of
there new
people.
kinds of people on the world today?
Living
There are two
together.
kinds of people in the world today.
Living
Are there new kinds
together.
of people on the world today?
There are two kinds of people. All right. Hopefully there'll be more kinds of people soon. I hope. We can only hope.
Yes. And actually, we now have a hopeful song. Yeah. It's called the Lennon
The
song.
Lennon song. Yeah, well, you know, for all you John Lennon fans, we're kind of at the Lennon equinox, is what I'm calling it. For John Lennon lived 40 years, and he's been gone for 40 years. You know, for my generation, there were four assassinations, 4 gun violence things that really defined us growing up, and that was, of course, JFK, his brother, Martin Luther King, and John Lennon. For us musician types, very painful to watch people get gunned down like that. So this is a little song. Tried to write a song imagining John was still on the planet, looking over my shoulder as I was writing this song. Boy, the strings. The cold Pacific fog, 10 minutes away. Here we go. This is called the Lennon song. It's Ode to John Lennon. Love stays on, love stays here. Everything else disappears. If life's a fire, love is rain. When life's getting colder, love brings a flame. Someone told me love is going to wake your sleeping heart. Someone told me love is waiting at the center of a star, and love will merge across the universe. Oh, love has space, love has a room. There is a place for love in you. Love has breath, love has lungs. Life isn't over till love is sung. Someone told me all you need is love. You know those words are true. Someone told me love is going to ignite itself in you. It's all you need, but you need it all. Oh. Love is close, love is near. If you don't feel it, you're living in fear. 'Cause fear gets all that love can't find. So see with your heart and open your mind. Someone told me love is going to release all prisoners. Someone told me love is all you really need. Thank you, John Lennon, for all of your efforts. in bringing
Beautiful.
Universal love to our species.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us, Jim Ocean, Kathy O.
Thank
Did I get
you.
that right?
You did.
You do.
I wasn't sure if you were both O's.
We are. We're hitched.
Cool.
We've been hitched for 20 years.
So you're linked O's.
We are.
Just like donuts. That's right.
Well, I love your repertoire, you know, part like sort of musical theater and certainly, you know, bringing all of the sentiment of the 60s and, you know, yes, I too was a hippie. And so I love revisiting that, all of our hopefulness about the future and about how we could make life different. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. That was awesome.
Thank you
Absolutely
so much.
our pleasure.
Yay.
Good night.
And our thanks again to Mary Gaucher and Jaimee Harris, and especially to Jimmy Dennis for lighting up the night with an incredible story and incredible hopefulness. Before I throw it to Scott, I just want to say, may we all have a good, safe, overwhelming election. And hear that we carry on with some sunshine going forward. Scott, it's been a pleasure being with you.
Yes, well, who knows what the future holds. We're looking forward to keeping our momentum going as we move into the post-election phase. So you won't catch me saying many goodbyes, but I will leave it to Kari to summarize kind of what we've done. She's done a good job of that at the outset, and we'll probably revisit that. But I just wanted to say thanks to everybody, and let's just keep up the good work and toss it over to Kari.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, definitely we're not done yet. We're just done in this capacity. Just kind of thinking how this all began. Scott reached out to me on Facebook. We hadn't even met until last November. It'll be almost a year. And reached out on Facebook Messenger and asked if I wanted to take all this energy that he was seeing in his Facebook page that he had created for Beto's Senate run and turn it into some kind of action. And I said, yes, let's do it. And so that will be 2 years in December. So it's been a crazy ride, just going and going until election. And we still have 7 days left. And so it's almost 6 for you guys on the East Coast. But so we're not done. We're definitely not done. It's just kind of closing a chapter of what we've been doing and how we've, come into this postcard writing effort. And just, it's always been in our DNA, and it's just beautiful as I'm seeing the comments and stuff of what we always wanted to strive to do is to bring people together and nurture volunteerism, but bring a joy to it. And that has always been our basis of why we started, why we do what we do, because we know that the work is hard, the work is never done, but if you can find your people and your community, it just makes you stronger, and it lifts you up, when you need it the most. And so these Tuesdays have definitely been that for me. In the works, hopefully we'll get you more information. We'll be able to communicate. We'll still have workplace. We'll be able to communicate through our newsletter. We're hoping to do some kind of just kind of celebration in 2 weeks, and get us all back together again post-election, just for fun. And so we'll have that in the works, and we'll keep you guys updated. One of my favorite things that I think of so much during this time, especially with Envoys and the community that we've created, is called, gosh, now I forget what it's called. It's called a continuous breath, and they use it in choir. And so what it is it's this technique of how the choir can produce a note that sounds like it goes on forever. And what happens is people start singing, and then when they need to pull themselves out of that note, other people are carrying on that note, and then they come back in when they're ready. And I always am constantly thinking of Envoys as this continuous note that we're all carrying that sounds like it goes on forever. Sorry. And thank you guys for providing that, because Scott and I had no idea what the future was going to hold when we started this journey, and everybody that's been part of it from the beginning to the middle, coming in new, been around forever. I love all you guys and appreciate all your hard work and your dedication and just making this amazing. It's bigger than our wildest dreams when we started this. And so thank you all for being a part of that. We couldn't have done it without you. This wouldn't even be, Envoys wouldn't even be possible without all the endless people that are supporting, that are working their asses off behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, doing social media, bringing in friends and family. Everybody has had a part in what we've created. And I'm just really excited to see what we're going to do going forward. And my big ask of you tonight is, just because we're not postcarding anymore doesn't mean that you should stop the work. We need to put it into high gear, and we need to leave everything on the table. My goal for myself is to physically collapse once the polls close on election day, because I have nothing else to give. I have nothing left that I can put into it. Yes, because let's win this thing. So phone bank, text bank, get out of your comfort zone. Even if you thought it was scary, there's so many fun ways that people are phone banking now. Text bank, phone bank, lit dropping, social distance canvassing if it's available. Please make sure that you don't stop now. There's so many ways that you can get involved and various degrees that you can get involved. And we just need to leave it all on the table. Over the next few days, Scott and I will work on getting you information on things that we've looked at that you should try to get involved with if you can. Get locally, help across state if you're in a blue state, help in other states. There's just so much to be done. So yes. Yeah. You can do phone banks even for your Democratic Party. There's so many states and so many seats that are on the cusp of flipping from red to blue. And if we just put in that extra effort, I know it's going to happen. And we're going to get the White House. We're going to get 60 plus in the Senate, and we're going to keep the House. And then we're going to just support our politicians and elected officials and make yes, right.
Yes.
And then we're just getting started, because we know what change needs to happen, because we live it daily, and we need to make sure that the people that we carry into office are representing us, even if they're Democrats. That doesn't give them any excuse to not listen to their own constituents and their people. So we definitely have work holding their feet to the fire and supporting them when they make those tough calls, and thanking them and showing up to vote and reelect them if they help represent us and become our voices. And so we got work to do, guys. So I'm so excited. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everybody that has put their hands in this and has their touch on this, and we're creating something beautiful, and we're just getting started. And I love you. Have a wonderful night, and thank you guys. Go ahead, if you want to, you can unmute yourself and say hello and goodbye and cheer and just
We love you, Kari and Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Scott. Bye, Patty.
Bye for now.
Thanks. Virtual thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Beto.
Hey, Susan.
Bye, everyone.
Monica.
Great working with everyone in this group.
Let's bring the blue wave.
That's right.
Blue tsunami.
Let's do it.
Yeah.